America's most embarrassing host, Joy Behar of The View, just has this brain fart. We've got the video to show you, among other revelations on Joy Behar, The View, because when they weigh in on politics, we weigh in on The View.
So let's talk some politics.
Oh, and welcome to Exile. This is where the happy people are.
There will not be another foot of wall constructed on my administration.
This is a surprise to Whoopi and the rest of us because now they have concluded that they have to build more wall because they're looking like a complete fiasco of a government.
Okay, but yesterday it was announced that he's resuming construction of the wall. Yeah.
Here's Biden lying about why he has to build the wall. He's saying that, his hands are tied, that he has to, get this money that's been appropriated under Trump and build the wall with it, when really it's an impeachable offense for him to not build it. That's why he's doing it, because he's afraid of being impeached.
Money was appropriated for the border wall. I tried to get them to reappropriate, to redirect that money. They didn't, they wouldn't. And in the meantime, there's nothing under the law other than they have to use the money for what it was appropriated. I can't stop that.
Do you believe the border wall works?
No.
The question would be, do you think the border wall works better than no wall at all, which you have now?
Who are they? Isn't he in charge of the country?
Who's driving the car? That's what we all want to know, Joy. I'll give you a hint at who's in charge of the country. Here's the secret cabal running things, because it's definitely not Biden.
This much money on an ineffective measure.
Right, they could use the money to help the migrants who are here already.
And that's another shameful, embarrassing suggestion, that we don't use the money to build the wall or secure the border, but spend it on the ones that are already here. What are you going to do? I mean, I'm sure Joy doesn't mean to deport them. She means to give them all of this money on the ones that are already here. Who's going to stop them from coming over here?
Biden's own DHS secretary said, with regard to this border wall, there's an acute and immediate need to construct a physical barrier.
Physical barrier is one way of saying it. Another way of saying it is the wall. And man, Mayorkas does not like the idea of saying that they are building the wall or a physical barrier.
There is no new administration policy with respect to the border wall. Allow me to repeat that.
So DHS and the White House do not seem to be communicating on this issue and simply saying, I can't do anything.
Here's the press hammering Karine Jean-Pierre on their mixed messaging.
But in this statement that was posted within the last 24 hours, the Department of Homeland Security Secretary says there is presently an acute and immediate need to construct physical barriers and roads in the vicinity of the border of the United States in order to prevent unlawful entries into the United States. So who's right? The statement from the DHS Secretary overnight, or the president's comments today saying they don't work?
So one of the tricks of Big Brother is to get you to hold two mutually opposite things at once, like 2 + 2 is both 4 and not 4 at the same time and in the same way. That's what they're doing here on the border. They're just trying to confuse you. These are Marxists.
One, I'd put Biden on the mic right away. He's a real talk guy. Put him on the mic and say, we're not going to take questions on this, but I got to be straight with you.
Okay, let's put Biden on the mic. Here you go.
You turn on the television, and there's not a whole lot about boy saves dog as he swims in the lake, to say, it's about, somebody pushed the dog in the lake. I mean, I get it, but
he's gone. His brain is gone.
Why not build a wall between Mar-a-Lago and the White House?
Yes, I support that wall.
That's the only wall that they believe in, is one between Mar-a-Lago and the White House, to block Trump by being undemocratic and removing his name from the ballot. Don't forget to follow us. Get in this channel. Get in this community, because, guys, we are going together all the way to 2024 till we put Trump back in office. I'm Doug in Exile.